You are Manuel Suarez. Mr. Suarez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And ma'am, you are Ms. Silva. You're charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay, let's start with Suarez.
Yes, Judge. On December 20th, 2024, at approximately 4:38 a.m., the officer was dispatched to a stranded vehicle at the 11700 block of South Sam Houston Tollway. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant to be asleep behind the wheel of the car with gear shift in drive position and foot on the brake. There was an open container half filled with an alcoholic beverage, and the officer observed the defendant with glassy eyes and unsteady balance. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 6 out of 6 on the HGN, 2 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.142 and 0.145.
Mr. Suarez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I would hope that you would recognize it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. It is a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get when they allege that you have alcohol in the car. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail, immigration will find you. They will put a detainer on you. Do you understand? I'm putting conditions on your bond. You violate these conditions, I will put you in jail so fast your head will be spinning 100 miles an hour. Do not consume alcohol, do not use illegal drugs, and do not drive. Do you understand? If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond high. The reason you got out of jail quick because we gave you a PR bond. No more if you become a danger to my community. You understand? I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Ramona. We are going to give you a reset to give you time to hire a lawyer. After that, you will get with Francis for your bond conditions. Don't consume alcohol, and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? Heed this warning. You will not get another. Are you signing on to Ms. Silva?
Yes, Mr. Ralph Martinez is signing.
Great, okay.
He's put on his tie.
Sorry?
Put on his tie outside, Ralph Martinez.
Okay. You want me to wait?
No, just want to let you know you're on.
Okay. We're about to do probable cause now, so you made it right in the nick of time. Okay, you ready?
Yes, Judge. Please. On December 19th, 2024, the officer was working in an undercover capacity as part of proactive vice investigation at Chicas Locas. While inside the club, the officer engaged in a conversation with the defendant. The defendant then gave the officer table dances and agreed to engage in deviant sexual intercourse or oral sex in exchange for a fee of $500 with a condom.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am ordering you not to engage in like-kind behavior, not to participate in this kind of environment. Do you understand? If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, ma'am. All I'm asking you to do is don't work in these types of establishment and don't pick up a new case. You've got great lawyers. They will take care of you. You need to listen to them and they will tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you've flown, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand, man? Okay. I'm going to have you just sign a reset with Ramona right now. After that, we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go, man. Hi, Ralph. All I did was just no engaging in like-kind behavior, and then that's it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah? Okay, guys, please. Can you file that, please?
Yes, Judge.
Hey, Val, do you have a new case?
I do, Judge.
ready?
Mr. Baldwin, Alonzo Baldwin.
Okay,
Very much.
please.
How's your holiday, Judge?
Hey, how are
So
you?
far, so
How's it
good.
going?
Uneventful, which is good.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
good, right? You're here, so that's good too.
Good enough.
That's okay. Are you here for you or for someone else? You here? This is for you. Okay. All right. Good morning, Mr. Baldwin. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 22nd, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle at approximately 2:11 a.m. after observing it drive northbound on a southbound only street at the 1000 block of Durham Drive. The officer observed the defendant to be the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, and the defendant admitted to drinking and advised the officer he was coming from a few bars on Washington Avenue. The officer observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes and an odor of an alcoholic beverage and was swaying while standing. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was signed and executed.
What's the stop for again?
Driving north on a southbound only road.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Baldwin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail. Do you understand?
Sir.
You run his license.
Eligible, Your Honor.
All right. As long as you have liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive as well. You need car insurance. If you don't, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Okay. Now you've got a great lawyer. He'll take care of you. You got to stay in contact with him. If Val tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Not hard. Don't drink, don't use illegal drugs, and stay in contact. We good? All right, come on. Thank you.
So,
Ramona, you ready?
yes, Judge.
You ready? Yeah, okay. Andrew Aravalo.
Yes.
Mr. Aravalo, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 20th, 2024, officers responded to a residence in regard to a shooting that just occurred. The officer stated over the radio that concerned citizens pointed out a motor vehicle involved in a possible shooting. The officer followed the motor vehicle and began calling out direction of the motor vehicle. A felony stop was conducted and the defendant, 17 years old, was in possession of a handgun with a sling.
Someone saw him get in the car and go?
It just pointed out the vehicle that was involved in a possible shooting and the officer was following that vehicle.
So
And then
someone saw a shot from the car.
all it says is that a concerned citizen pointed out a vehicle that was involved in a possible shooting. Or-
Let's do this. I'm going to appoint him a lawyer and then I'm going to have the lawyer look in and then we'll go
Yes, Judge.
revisit here. Ramon, do you mind appointing Mr. Mr. Aravalo, a lawyer, please.
Okay, Judge.
Mr. Aravalo, take a seat for me in the jury box, please.
Sir.
Good morning, Ms. Arrington. Ma'am, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On December 21st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a tracked motor vehicle at a tow lot in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, who stated her car was stolen that morning from her job, the prison in Huntsville, and that no way her car was repossessed because she paid her bills and that she was not exiting the motor vehicle, and the complainant needed to open the gate so she could leave. The defendant stated she was not trespassing because her motor vehicle was in the tow lot, she did not care about going to jail, and she was not leaving. The defendant further stated to call the DA. The defendant refused to exit the motor vehicle and the lot. The officer made contact with the complainant, the owner of the lot, who stated he had been looking for the defendant to repossess her vehicle. The complainant stated he wanted the defendant out of the tow lot. The defendant took the GPS out of the vehicle, and the vehicle was repossessed from Huntsville. The complainant further stated the defendant was past due on payments. The complainant stated he has proof of everything, including his possession request, and did not know how the defendant got into the tow lot as no one opened the gate for the defendant. The officer observed the defendant sitting in the repossessed vehicle, and the defendant stated she did not know how she got in, and the gate was observed to be locked. The defendant told another officer that a Hispanic male allowed her into the lot, but the defendant could not confirm whether a male was, and the complainant stated no Hispanic male opened the lot for the defendant. The officer asked the defendant multiple times to exit the motor vehicle and the lot, to which the defendant refused.
Stop.
Yes, sir. That's not true.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yes, sir.
Exercise that right. I've got
Yes,
a
sir.
bunch of DAs here. Everything that you say, they're going to sit there, type it, and they're going to use it to prove guilt.
Yes, sir.
You will get the opportunity to, fight the case.
Yes, sir.
Now's not the time.
Okay.
Bottom line is you need a lawyer to represent you in this case, right? Do you work?
I work as a correctional officer, sir. I actually help with INS cases and sending ICE defendants out.
How much money do you make How much money do you make a month?
Probably without taxes being taken out. Probably like 4,000.
We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. Okay, so what I'll have you do,
I'm actually off work right now. I can't work because of this case.
what
I
happened?
work for the state.
What does that mean?
That means that I can't go back to work. I'm not able to go back to work because of this case.
Did you get suspended?
Well, just depending on what happened today at court, you're not supposed to go to jail or do anything, being what type of job I have.
Did they tell you that not to come back?
Yes, I cannot come back until they figure out what's going on with my case.
Okay.
So this is how,
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer, man?
yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see if I have one on file.
No, Judge.
No? Okay, so Ms. Arrington, I'll give you an application. I need to take a look at it. And then if you qualify, I'll appoint your lawyer today. Understand things don't just work overnight. Takes time to get evidence, takes time for stuff to come in. They have to contact the other people. So it may take some time. It's not just Rome wasn't built overnight, as the saying goes. So just be patient, and everything will work out. Okay. Of course. So I'll have you sign, I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona. We'll give you an application. Take a seat here in the jury box, fill it out, and I'll take a look. Well, thank you, Ms. Arrington. Are you Kayla Certos?
Yes.
Ms. Cerritos, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On December 20th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major accident at 6623 Gulf Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer learned there were two separate accidents, first at 9301 Gulf Freeway and second at 6623 Gulf Freeway. The complainant stated he was driving his motor vehicle, was stopped at a red light, and the defendant failed to control speed before rear-ending the complainant's motor vehicle. The complainant heard the defendant's tires screeching, and the defendant drove off at a high rate of speed. The complainant followed and chased the defendant's vehicle as the defendant entered and exited the freeway, attempting to get away. The complainant followed the defendant approximately 5 miles, and the defendant lost control and crashed into a home. The damage to the complainant's vehicle was $2,000.
What time of day or night was this? Was middle of the night? Any kind of alcohol?
This was appears at midnight, and there's no allegations of alcohol.
It was
License, stop.
I apologize. It was at lunchtime, 12:29 p.m.
PM, okay. Any, a license?
License, Your Honor. It appears the Florida driver's license that's valid.
Have liability insurance in your name, car insurance.
I was driving my mom's car.
I don't care if you were driving Santa's sleigh,
I don't.
then you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Until you have liability insurance in your name, do not drive. Do you understand? I'm making it a condition of your bond. Until you show us that you have liability insurance, then I'll take this off. But until that point, don't drive. It is a condition of your bond. You violate this condition, I may very well revoke your bond and put you in jail. No more PR bonds. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. Do you understand, Ms. Certos? The important thing about insurance, man, is that when you get into an accident, people will tend to come after you. We live in a very litigious society and everybody wants money. When you have car insurance, if you're involved in an accident, the insurance company will protect you and even have lawyers on their side to help you in the event someone tries to come after you. It's not expensive, but it's something that's required by law, and all we want you to do here is follow the law. It's really important. You know, you get into an accident where you create $50,000 worth of damage, someone's got to pay for it. It's got to come out of somewhere. You understand? That's why I'm asking you only to follow the law. Do not drive unless you have a valid driver's license and liability insurance in your name. I don't care what car you're driving. I don't care what it is, motorcycle, whatever it may be. Do you understand? All right. Tell me what you do for a living, man.
I'm a registered behavior technician. I work with children that have autism.
And what kind of income do you make a month?
I make $25 an hour, but I haven't been able to work just due to the car not being drivable. So I haven't worked this week, and I probably won't work for a couple weeks.
How are you supporting yourself, man?
I'm currently living with extended family. We just relocated from Florida.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, man?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you mind giving an application, please? All right, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive until you get approval and have liability insurance. I'll have you fill out the application for an appointed lawyer. I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. All right, please. Okay.
This is Mr. Bissong, Your Honor, on page 3.
All right, Mr. Bissong?
Sorry.
Mr. Bissong, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 21st, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle at approximately 1:24 a.m. after observing it travel 104 miles per hour and 96 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. The defendant was found in the driver's seat of the vehicle with one adult passenger. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed red glossy eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. Inventory of the vehicle revealed a bottle of cognac directly behind the front passenger seat on the floorboard, approximately 1/4 full. DICs were read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were .089 and .095.
DIC, prior DWIs, and does he have a license? Please?
There's no prior DWIs, Your Honor, and license is eligible.
Mr. Bissong, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Do you understand? You also are not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance in your name. Do you understand? These are your bond conditions. As long as you can abide by these bond conditions, you and I will be fine. Otherwise, I'm going to end up putting you in jail. I'm not asking much. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Francis for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go. All right? Please. Rory, what are you waiting on? Good morning, Mr. Charles. Sir, you were charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to check by a unit regarding individuals fighting at a parking lot in Harris County, Texas. The officer in full uniform observed a large group of individuals circled around 2 individuals fighting in the lot. Officers dispersed the crowd and attempted to detain the defendant. The defendant looked at the officer and attempted to leave the scene because he did not want to speak with the officer. The officer informed the defendant he was not free to leave, and the defendant started to run away on foot from the officer while the officer told the defendant to stop running. The defendant ran approximately 2 blocks or 500 feet.
What was he doing wrong? Just standing?
He was engaged in a fight with someone else.
Was he the one that was actually fighting? Didn't seem like it. If he's just a spectator, he's doing nothing wrong.
The officer,
Unless you...
after he dispersed the crowd, he attempted to defame the defendant who was involved in the fight.
Okay. Mr. Charles, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Just be careful, you know, really. I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. That's all we're asking you to do. All right. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Ramona, sign a reset, and after that, you're out of here. Morning, Mr. Glover. Mr. Glover, you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. You're on bond for a burglar of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up a new case.
Okay.
Stop. You were on bond for a burglar of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up an assault of a family member. You're now facing a year on that one as well. We're going to do probable cause on both of your cases. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Yes, Judge. On the burglary, the officers were dispatched to a burglary call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant told the officers that items were missing from his work truck, which was parked in front of his house. The complainant had cameras inside and around the truck, which captured the defendant's face. The officers received a tip from Grizzy identifying the defendant and were able to confirm the defendant's identity by viewing the captured surveillance.
Bless Gizzies. Hood news. You guys familiar with the hood news? It's good stuff. So, say it again. What happened?
For the burglary?
No, the assault.
So on the assault case, The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship, and on December 20th, 2024, the officers were on patrol at Katy Freeway Service Road and observed the defendant and the complainant. The officer observed the defendant dragging the complainant by her hair towards the sidewalk. After the defendant saw the officer, he let go of the complainant, and both began to walk towards the patrol vehicle. The officer detained the defendant and spoke with the complainant. The complainant stated she and the defendant were in an argument, and the defendant was following her to get inside his car because she was walking in the road. The complainant did not have visible injuries, but stated she bit her lip and caused it to bleed. The complainant stated she did not feel pain from having her hair pulled. The complainant stated she felt 3 out of 10 pain.
Mr. Glover, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on your assault case. Tell me about the BMV, please.
On the BMV? So that was the one where they were dispatched to a residence in regard to a BMV call, and the complainant had cameras inside and around the truck, which captured the defendant's face, and he told the officers that items were missing from his work truck, which was parked in front of his house.
So they got him on camera with the home camera.
Yes, Judge.
Was he on bond for our burglary case and then picked up the new case? Do you guys?
Yes, Judge, that's what it seems like.
Did we do conditions and everything?
It looks like there were conditions on the 15th of December, and the new case was on the 20th of December.
So we had him, we put conditions on him.
Looks like there were conditions.
Looks like this. Judge, he may have been arraigned by the magistrate. I don't know if he ever came before.
Mr. Glover, let me make something extremely clear to you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. I don't care who you are, what color you are. If you're a small farm animal, I'm going to protect my city at all costs. You endanger my city, I'm going to light you up so fast you're going to have teeth falling out. Do you understand? You were not to have contact with the complainant in this case at all whatsoever. And I'm now sending you for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come right back. If you fail to go take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I will revoke both of your bonds and make them sky high. As it stands now, you were given 2 PR bonds in these cases. You pick up a third case. Holy moly. Do you catch my drift?
Yes, sir.
Francis, let's send him right now. You were to come right back. And Francis, I'm going to put a GPS monitor on him on one ankle, and we're going to give him a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. That will be on the burglary case.
Do you want them to mirror on both cases, Judge?
Sure. Yeah. No alcohol, no drugs, random testing, and we're sending him now for a test because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system. On both. Yeah. And it happens today. He gets it today. Ramona, I granted on Arington. Okay.
Next one is Johnson on 11.
You are Gabriel Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On December 21st, 2024, at approximately 12:04 a.m., The officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it travel approximately 78 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone, and after a check on his license plate revealed it to be expired as of June 2024. The officer also observed the vehicle insurance status to be unconfirmed. Upon making contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, slurred speech, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and noticed the defendant to be swaying while standing. The defendant also made nonsensical statements and yelled at the officer during standard field sobriety tests. The vehicle smelled strongly of marijuana, and there were burnt marijuana blunts in the vehicle's driver door pocket. The defendant admitted to drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read but refused. A search warrant for blood was signed and executed.
Okay. Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
Eligible.
Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
If you do not have liability insurance in your name, you are also not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to have you come up to Ramona. We're going to have you sign a reset. Ramona, it looks like he has a lawyer. I guess you want to wait a little bit to see if someone comes. So what we'll do is I'll have you meet with Francis for your bond conditions. We'll have you take a seat while we wait for your lawyer to get here.
Thank you.
Please. You are Eric Machado. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 21st, 2024, the officer responded to a major crash at Interstate Highway 45 in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed 3 wrecked vehicles, including the defendant's vehicle. The officer discovered the defendant's vehicle was driving at a high rate of speed and struck the rear of another vehicle, which was pushed across another lane and subsequently struck another vehicle. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and the officer observed staggering, the defendant trying to sit on the ground due to poor balance, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and bloodshot glossy eyes. The wheel witness, the passenger of the defendant's vehicle, observed the defendant drink 3 40-ounce Smirnoffs and stated the defendant insisted that he drive as the big brother. The wheel witness stated the defendant did not stop at a red light at an intersection, hitting another vehicle. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant read the DIC and consented to breath. Those results of the breath test were 0.058 and 0.054. A DRE and blood sample were requested, to which the defendant consented. The DRE determined the defendant showed signs of being the influence of a narcotic, analgesic, and dissociative anesthetic.
Got it. Mr. Machado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you prior to the DWI's license?
No DWIs, Your Honor, and eligible license.
Mr. Machado, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have insurance with your name on it. Do you understand? If you're caught driving a vehicle and you don't have insurance on it, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, into jail you will go. No more PR bonds. If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 to get you out of custody, you'll be sitting in there until this case is over with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir?
26.
What do you do for a living? Sorry?
Paint helper.
Okay. What kind of money you make?
Now 15 and on.
Okay. And who do you live with? All right. We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer because you need a lawyer to represent you. Don't wait. There's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI, so don't sit and wait a month, 2 months, because you're only hurting yourself. You understand? All right. I'm going to get you to Ramona. We're going to have you sign a reset. Then you'll get with Francis for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Don't pick up a new case and don't use.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Is it Poston or
Poston.
Poston? Mr. Poston, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a family disturbance. The reportee stated the officers that the defendant had engaged in a physical altercation with multiple complainants. The second complainant told the officers that her and the defendant, her stepfather, got into a physical fight and that the defendant pushed her but did not cause her to fall to the ground or did not cause any pain. The officer then contacted the first complainant, the stepmother of the second complainant, who stated to officers that after the fight, she walked outside the residence to get in her car when the defendant pulled out a pocket knife and stabbed 2 tires on her vehicle, causing at least $200 in damage.
Mr. Poston, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand? You violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR marks. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to first have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
The $40 decision that changes everything. Today's docket was filled with drivers, drunk drivers, suspended drivers, uninsured drivers, drivers asleep on railroad tracks, drivers going the wrong way down one-way streets at 2 in the morning. One man blew a 0.205 and admitted he had just gotten drunk on purpose. Another was found passed out in the middle of an intersection with a Metro light rail train potentially minutes away. Under Texas law and the National Highway Traffic Safety Act, driving is a privilege, not a right. And yet today we watched a judge patiently explain to defendant after defendant that a single Uber ride, a single phone call, a single moment of basic human judgment could have prevented every single case on today's docket. So here's the question for you. When our courts are processing the same DWI cases day after day, defendant after defendant, year after year, and the solution costs $40 and one button on a phone, at what point does our justice system stop treating drunk driving as an isolated personal mistake and start treating it as the serious and deliberate public health crisis that it actually is?
Can you file that? You, Luis Angel Racinos.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Racinos, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 20th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to Fondren Road to meet the firefighter call. Upon arrival, the officer was advised by a Houston Fire Department medic that the defendant, who was the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, was asleep behind the wheel of the vehicle while the vehicle was on and in drive and in the middle of the intersection. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed slurred speech, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and swayed balance. The defendant denied drinking. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was signed and executed. During the reading of the DIC, the defendant wet his pants for a second time.
Mr. Racinos, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You're going to be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, you will go to jail.
Eligible license and no priors.
Got it. If you don't have liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive any vehicle. Do you understand? And that is also a condition of your bond. We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona. After that, you'll get with Francis for your bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go. Don't pick up any new cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come on. Saquital.
Sakital.
Saquital?
Sakital.
Say it again.
Sakital.
Okay, Mr. Takadal, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. All right.
On December 21st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a firefighter call for a person down at approximately 1:24 a.m. Houston firefighter advised the officer that he observed the defendant to be asleep behind the wheel of his vehicle despite attempts to wake the defendant with their horn. When the officer arrived on scene, he observed the defendant inside his vehicle while the vehicle was on and in park at the 4300 block of Bylock Road, and the defendant admitted to drinking about 8 drinks and stated he had just left the sports bar. The officer observed the defendant to have glassy eyes, poor balance, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. While inventory of the vehicle, the officer located one open 12-ounce Coors Light can in the center cup holder, which was 1/4 full and cold.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant, and the DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were .087 and .08.
Mr. Takadal, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive whatever for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive, and I don't care what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I don't care what your reason is. There's no justification you can give for getting in a car and driving. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is a court order. This is an affidavit and promise you're making to me now that you're not going to drive. Heed this warning. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer, so I'll have you swear to this. We'll get you to Ramona with your reset, and then Francis for your bond conditions.
Arraignment, Your Honor, he was bonded out.
Okay.
He's already received his bond conditions from the magistrate, and I reviewed them pretty well.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the case, so we'll go through it. And
I know.
good morning, Mr. Rada.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Please.
On May 14, 2024, the officer responded to a resident in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a terroristic threat. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated the defendant, the wife's uncle, threatened to return to the residence with a shotgun to shoot him, and that he would shove the complainant's pistol up the complainant's ass, and that he would return with a cartel so they could take care of it. The complainant stated he believed the threats to be imminent and he feared for his life.
How did you get appointed so early?
He made a request for appointed counsel when he was in jail in Montgomery County.
Okay, so he was.
And y'all appointed me, and then he got transferred here and
Got it.
received his bond conditions and general order bond last week.
All right, Mr. Rada, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm putting 2 conditions on your bond now. Not to be in possession of any weapons and not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Yes, sir.
How long did you spend in jail, sir?
I was there the 14th all the way up to the time they transferred me here, and I believe I was released on the 20th.
How pleasant was your stay in custody?
It was not pleasant at all, Your Honor.
Then all I'm asking you to do are 2 things, and as long as you can do that, you and I will be best friends. Otherwise, it's not going to go well. I don't want to have to put you in, so that's all,
I
okay?
understand, Your Honor.
Got a great lawyer, Carl. He'll take care of you. Just make sure you stay in contact with him and all will go well.
Yes, sir.
If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're off the radar, I will issue a warrant for your arrest, okay? Just stay in contact, follow the conditions, and that's it,
Yes, sir.
okay? All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We need him to sign conditions here, and then after that, he's free to go.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Thank you.
He signed conditions already. I think they're pretty much the same as what you just said. He also has a MOEP in addition to the bond conditions, which have no contact with the defendant, no weapons.
They were signed by the magistrate on the 20th, Judge.
I don't know how they put the MOAP on.
Got a copy of the MOEP.
And it's not a family member. There's no allegation of a family member, so they can't put the MOAP on.
Well, it's still,
You know?
bond condition covered anyway.
But just so you guys know, I mean, there's no allegation of a family member in the information
Okay.
or in the 2B.
I believe it's the,
It's
it's
the
the,
wife's uncle.
right, the
Yeah.
complainant's wife's uncle.
Yeah.
But we can look at the.
It says, it only says, did then and there unlawfully threaten to commit an offense involving violence as opposed to like family violence or upon a family member. And so that's why just don't contact and you'll be fine. Okay.
Not a problem.
All right. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I see it. All right. We got you.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care, sir.
You wanna leave the lower?
No, because I can just tell Carl.
Okay.
Are you Miss White?
Yes, sir.
Miss White, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Your case is 227 days. Don't say anything. Just take a seat for me at the jury box. I reached out.
Oh, you did?
Let's see what she says. I don't know. I just did.
Judge, do we have? Mr. Jefferson was supposed to be yesterday.
Yeah, I have two more arraignments, and then I have a warrant that walked in from yesterday, and then
Let's finish with the arraignments first.
our next one is Willis on page 24. Ms. Willis.
Are you Taiisha Willis?
Yes.
Ms. Willis, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas in regard to an assault. The complainant, the defendant's daughter, told the officers that her and the defendant got into an argument and the defendant struck the complainant in the face with her hand, causing pain. The complainant and the defendant then began fighting. Multiple witnesses told the officers that the defendant was the aggressor and hit the complainant first.
Okay. Ms. Willis, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What's the relation?
It's the defendant's daughter, Your Honor.
Do we know whether the daughter wants to have contact?
Your Honor, we have not had a chance to reach out to the complainant yet.
I don't know if she wants to have contact with you, so until I do, I'm barring you from having contact. You understand? There is a protective order that has been entered in this case. I would get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state can file additional charges of violation of protective order against you, and it's one of the worst cases you can pick up in misdemeanor court.
Can I question something? You said that it was a residence, that we were at a residence?
Let's not talk about the case now. Now's not the time. I've got DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to use it against you, even if you
It was
think
at Walmart, not a residence.
doesn't matter. Just don't. So what do you do for a living, man?
Drive school buses part-time.
Okay. What kind of income do you have?
Part-time, it's like probably less than 18 a month.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No,
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
that'd be fine.
Okay. I have it on file. So for now, ma'am, I'm gonna have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. I'm gonna have you sign bond conditions. You're not to have contact with her and no weapons. And then I'll try to find you a lawyer, okay?
Okay.
Please.
Flip it the mullet.
Mr. Jefferson, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Jefferson. Did you get the cause number?
Yes, Judge.
I didn't. Mr. Jefferson, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 22nd, 2024, at approximately 3:30 a.m., the officers were dispatched to the 800 block on Louisiana Street in regard to a motor vehicle parked on the Metro light rail tracks. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle on the tracks, with the defendant asleep behind the wheel of the vehicle.
On the tracks?
Yes, Judge. The vehicle was turned on and in the park position. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed slurred speech, glossy eyes, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand, 0 out of 8 on the walk and turn. The defendant did not finish the test, and HGN was 6 out of 6. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were .091 and .09.
He's on bond for an aggravated robbery.
Yes, Judge, that is correct. Out of the 174.
That's your copy.
Is that case set for trial now?
Yes, Judge.
All right, can you tell me if he has any prior DWIs, please? And
There's no
if he has a
prior-
license?
And his license is eligible.
Mr. Jefferson, I'm now placing a restriction on you. I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. You're on bond for a very serious case. Now you picked up a new case. It's very possible they revoke your bond on the felony case. Do you understand? I don't want you out in the middle of the night. If I find that you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in custody. I'm going to protect my county at all cost. Do you understand? If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. And I'm telling you now, if I find that you're a public danger, I'm going to make it sky high. You missed court yesterday, so I don't want you to say anything. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. The only thing I'm telling you now is I will give you a pass because you missed yesterday. If you ever miss court again, this is not going to happen. Do you understand? I'm going to reinstate the bond now. Francis, do you need the cause number for this case?
I have it.
You have it? Okay. No alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. And he now has a GPS monitor with a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You must charge this ankle monitor on a daily basis for at least an hour. If the battery goes dead, so does the bond. Do you understand?
Sure.
You can waive all the fees as well. All right, I'd like him to get it today as well. Francis, please. All right, Mr. Jefferson, what we're gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you go to Ramona, sign a reset, and then you're gonna get with Francis for your bond conditions. You're already in enough hot water as it is. All you're doing is you're adding fuel to the fire, man. Really, don't say anything. I'm just telling you how to behave in this life. There's certain ways to act, certain ways not to. Do you understand? Come on. Run. All right.
Hey, Judge.
All right, hold on. Perechu, come up. Mr. Perechu, you were charged with driving while intoxicated back in 2022. You took off. We issued a warrant for your arrest. The only reason that we have you back now is because you picked up another DWI. So you have two open DWIs. Your bond on the first one is set at $5,000. We're going to do probable cause on your second case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
On December 25th, 2024, the officer on viewed a DWI investigation at 7600 Harwin in Harris County, Texas. The officer heard a loud bang and observed the defendant's motor vehicle driving on the median heading eastbound. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer observed the defendant immediately opened the door and stepped out of the driver's side. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy red eyes, slurred speech, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN were 6 out of 6 clues, and the defendant stated he no longer wanted to continue standard field sobriety tests and to just do breathalyzer in jail. The defendant read the DIC and consented to breath. The defendant later said that he was on his way home from his friends and was turning left on Harwin and got on top of the median due to being drunk. The defendant stated he consumed 4 Heineken 16-ounce beers, and the results of the breath test were 0.205 and 0.212.
Oof. Mr. Perechu, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case.
Judge, if I could argue against that real fast.
Sure.
My understanding is that the reason for the stop was a loud bang, that it didn't be articulated into any kind of reason for a traffic stop.
Well, he's driving on the median.
Ricardo, the officer further
Bang is what drew his attention, and then he's driving on the median.
Yes, Ricardo.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, that's reason for traffic.
I find that you are a complete and utter flight risk by clear and convincing evidence. I find that you are a danger to my community. You were given a PR bond on this case, and I am now going to revoke that PR bond, and I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 and 2 on the new case. And I'm also going to mirror that on the first case. You now have an immigration detainer and are I guess he's stuck like Chuck now. You got the immigration detainee, you know? If for some reason you do get out, I am barring you from driving at all, and I'm giving you home confinement with a GPS monitor on one ankle and a scram ankle monitor on your other. Do you understand, Mr. Perechu? When you come to court, good things happen. And when you take off like this, nothing good happens. And now you will see this. All right, so I guess we'll just do whatever you want as far as a reset with Mr. Perechu.
These other cases on the second,
He revoked the bond.
the ones you stated on? Okay.
If you want to leave it on there, if you want to do different dates, whatever you want, I'm happy to do it.
Just let me know in a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, Mr. Franklin is here. We're still waiting on Ms. White.
You were LaDon Franklin. Mr. Franklin, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 17th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a Holiday Inn Express in Harris County, Texas, in response to a suspicious person call. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated he was sitting outside near the front door, speaking with his sister on the phone, when he was approached by the defendant, who asked for a cigarette. The complainant told the defendant he did not have any. The defendant became upset, and the defendant told the complainant he was going to kill him, causing the complainant to fear for his life and to not feel safe going outside. The complainant provided a picture of the defendant walking southbound, and the officer located the defendant sitting outside a Hampton Inn, and the defendant stated nothing happened as he was walking on the sidewalk.
All right. And that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Get my home back.
You have a place to stay?
I lost my home.
Okay. And then we can try to find services for you if you'd like. All you got to do is stay in contact with the lawyer. We have social services that can help you out with whatever you need. All we need you to do is come back, okay? When you come back to court, good things happen. All I want you to do, just don't go back to the location. Don't have any weapons, okay? Good things will happen, really. We just need you to stay in contact with us and just be patient, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to get stuff. And for us to get you services to help you out, it also takes time, Mr. Franklin, all right? So be patient with us. We'll help you out as much as I can. If you want a job, we can try to find you a job. You want a place to stay, we can try to find you a place to stay. I'll help you with all that, okay? Just have patience with me, all right? It's kind of late.
Just have him have a seat, Judge. I'll have to reach out to somebody and they'll.
All right. I know it's so late.
Yeah.
You want to try another day, I guess? Okay, all right. Look, hey, we're happy that you're here. Come back. Good things will happen for you, for real, all right? We're going to find you someone today. I know it's late. A lot of lawyers are gone now, but we're going to try to find you someone, okay? So just hang tight with me, and then I'm going to point you someone, okay?
Mr. Glover.
Thanks, Mr. Franklin.
Mr. Glover's back from his drug
Okay.
test.
Can you come up, Mr. Glover?
He tested positive for THC, Judge.
Anything else?
Just THC.
You know what the expectation in this court is. I have no problems putting in people in jail when they're a danger to my public, and I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. You are not to use alcohol. You are not to smoke weed. And I'm telling you now that I'm going to test you again in 45 days. If you continue to use after today, including today, it's going to show up and I'm going to put you in jail. don't have contact with the complaining witness in this case, and don't pick up a third case. Do you understand? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Take a seat for me, and then we'll also get you with pretrial services.
Okay. Who else is over there?
That's Ms. White, and then Mr. Jefferson wanted to talk to you about because he goes to work at.
I don't.
Okay.
Mr. White, is it, what's it,
That's
come up?
Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson.
I have a quick question for you today is, when someone has genuinely turned their life around in the years since a crime was committed, built a family, pursued an education, become a productive member of society, does the Constitution's demand for accountability still serve justice, or does there come a point where the punishment of continued uncertainty becomes its own form of cruel and unusual treatment?
Your Honor, on January 17th, 2025, officers were assigned to an auto theft case. The initial police report was taken by a deputy who spoke with the defendant, who stated that he rented a 2023 Toyota Camry from Toro. The defendant stated that he was going out with his friends when he parked the car at a Walmart in Humble on January 16th. When he returned on the 17th, the vehicle was missing. The officer made contact with the witness, who stated that on January 15th, she observed a post on Craigslist for the vehicle. The witness met with the seller on January 16th at a Walmart, which is in Fort Bend County, and the witness purchased the vehicle for $16,000 in cash and collected a title and bill of sale. The witness attempted to title the vehicle when she learned that the vehicle's title was fictitious and that the vehicle was stolen. Another witness stated that she rented the vehicle from the defendant on January 13th and it was to be returned on January 17th. That witness stated that the vehicle was equipped with a GPS and tracking device. The officer observed the defendant's car was never near the Humble area on January 16th, but it said it was in Southwest Houston, near the Richmond and Rosenberg area. The officer contacted the defendant again and asked where he parked his car so that he could look at the surveillance footage at the Walmart location. The defendant struggled to answer the question and stated that he parked in the back left of the parking lot. The officer then attempted to contact the defendant again to come in and provide a statement, but the defendant did not answer or return any of the officer's phone calls.
So you said he reported the car stolen?
Yes, Your Honor.
On
January, find the date.
the 16th, right? I think you said?
He said that the vehicle was stolen on the 17th.
17th. So did he try to negotiate a sale as well?
Let's see who the seller is. Yes.
So let me ask you this. She
Yes, Your Honor.
purchased the car for how much? And did she give
$6,000?
that amount of money to?
Yes, in cash, Judge.
She get the money back?
I haven't been able to speak with her yet, because it's out of Fort Bend, so it's
Oh, so, okay, so that transaction happened in a different county?
Fort Bend, yes.
Okay, so that's wouldn't concern us here.
Yes.
Right, okay. All right, Mr. Burrus, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? If I find that you do, then I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect this county at all costs. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons as well. Can you run his license to see if he has a valid Texas driver license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It is eligible, Your Honor.
I'd like you guys to please, if you don't mind, do a rip,
Yes,
see
Your
if there's any restitution that's available in this case. Okay, I want to make sure that every party is made whole in this one way or the other. Okay, please. Mr. Burrus, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Are you working these days?
Yes.
What do you do for, what I'll do is I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. First, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take your seat at the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs, Mr. Burrus. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger to my county, I will protect it at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
All right, Judge, next is.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Dixon. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 24th, 2024, at approximately 11:27 a.m., the officer did a license plate check on a vehicle that was shown to be registered to have active Class B warrants out of Montgomery County for driving while license invalid, and 6 Class C warrants from Humboldt Police Department. The registered owner was shown to be a Black female, and that female was seen driving the vehicle through the lower driver's side window, giving the officer reason to believe that the registered owner was currently driving that vehicle at the time. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was identified by her Texas driver's license. The officer ran the defendant's information and showed that her license was ineligible and that she did not have any confirmed insurance. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and Humboldt PD confirmed the warrants.
Okay, can you run her license down?
Yes, Your Honor. It is not eligible right
And
now.
Ms. Dixon, I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive. I do not care what's going on in your life. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
I have one question.
Stop. This is not the time for that. If you need, I can provide you a lawyer today, but this isn't where you just get to start asking questions. It's number one. Number two, this is a court. When you come to court, please dress appropriately, okay? So I'll have you go fill out an application with Miranda. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions, and then we'll have you speak to a lawyer here in the material. Please.
Good morning.
You are Miss Smith,
Yes, sir.
and you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On February 1st, 2025, officers initiated a traffic stop on a blue Nissan Altima with an obscured license plate at the 13,000 block of Kirklandale Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the driver and observed an odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. The officer identified the driver and ran the ID and found that the defendant had an outstanding warrant out of Bell County and was taken into custody. The defendant stated that there was probably marijuana in the vehicle, but it was not her vehicle. The officer performed a probable cause search of the vehicle due to the odor of marijuana and found 0.275 ounces of a green leafy substance that the officer recognized from training and experience to be marijuana. It was found in the center console of the vehicle.
What was she taken in for, do you know?
Her warrant
So she
out
had a
of
warrant
Bell
out of-
County, I can run it and see what the offense is.
And then also if you can run her license, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
She does not have a driver's license.
Okay. Ms. Smith, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle whatsoever. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. These are part of your bond conditions. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm not seeing any active cases. What I am seeing is that she was on probation out of Bell County for possession of marijuana. So it might be a probation violation.
Ms. Smith, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. We'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. If you do, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Do not pick up any new cases. Above all else, do not drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You cannot justify getting in a car and driving for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take your signature. So can you also file no driving without a license and insurance? So where's the trespass from? Where's-
The Mustang Inn, Judge.
What is it?
The Mustang Inn.
So,
3800 Tidwell Road.
so is it what is it, a club? Is it a bar? Is it?
A motel. It's a motel known for drug trafficking. That's where he picked up the possession of marijuana. And then he got a criminal trespass warning at that time. And then he picked up the criminal trespass at the same location.
So we have him continuing to go back at the same location?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
But he provided some information today. I haven't talked to him yet because he wasn't here when I talked to her, but
The problem is they don't want him there, right?
but they rented him a room after that. After the 14th, they continued. He said he was never told not to come back, and they still rented him rooms. He has on his Cash App where he paid the Mustang in, not like on the 21st and stuff. So I have to look at the video to see it for the criminal. I mean for the possession case to see if they in fact did give him a criminal trespass
So
warning.
let's do this. Could you mind doing me a favor? Will you run out there real quick, reach out to them and see if they're okay with him going back or not?
Well, he hasn't gone back since he got the criminal trespass charge. I mean, he quit going.
Okay, so then I'm gonna make it now the condition of his bond that he doesn't go back.
And he hasn't gone back since that. But I'm just saying that in trying to review the case, I asked him, some questions and it indicated to me that maybe perhaps he didn't get it.
I mean, of course, I don't know everything.
Right.
Perhaps they trespassed him after the fact, after he rented it, because that's always a possibility.
Yes.
I mean, it's a problem, of course, if they trespass him and then they rent him a room, then, but
Mhm.
Mr., if you pick up a third case, I'm going to go absolutely bonkers. Do you understand? It's not an answer. I'm not asking you. I want my city safe. And if I find that you are a danger to a person, place, or a thing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you pick up a third case, I'm telling you now, I'm going to go nuts on the bond. You're not to go back to this location. You're not to use marijuana. You're not to use alcohol. And I'm going to test you 45 to 50 days from today, Mr. Weathersby. And if you test positive for dope or illegal substances, I'm going to keep you. Do you understand? You are ordered not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. You're not to go back to the location of the, what is
Mustang Inn.
it? Mustang Inn. If you stop using as of today, in 50 days, you will be clear. But I'm putting you on notice that I will test you at 50 days. Do you understand? Okay. You have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. I'm going to waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming here. Just be good. Don't be a danger in my city. Are you working?
No, sir.
It's time for you to get a job. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. So you need to do something with your life. Develop a skill. Develop a hobby. Don't become a statistic where you're at 50 years old and you ain't got nothing, not even a pot to piss in. Can't even look me in the eye. I'm speaking truth, brother. I'm speaking truth. We have way too many black and brown people that nothing, not even a pot to piss in. Now, at your age, it's time to develop a trader skill, dude. Because if not, you're going to have a miserable life. I'm telling you. We'll see. All right.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Right this way.
Yes. I don't think we need anything. Just whatever you want.
Can I apply for occupational for her?
Sure. Well, has she ever had a license?
Mm-hmm. She has. So I know how.
But it would probably be cheaper in a JP. Or in a, like in a municipal or JP setting, it's going to be like a fifth. Well, I don't know about a fifth, but it's considerably, unless you can do like some kind of waiver, you know, if you can do some kind of indigency.
I'll ask the MAC. I don't know if they will, but.
Mona.
Yes, Judge.
You know, have we granted any licenses? Do they have like a paupers or something like that for occupationals?
Yes, they do, but I think it's the clerk's office has it.
Do they apply, I guess, through an indigency through the clerks?
Well, they have to they get the form and fill it out and then bring it to you. And if you grant it, then they can file.
Got it.
And I'm okay granting it,
Okay.
you know?
We're just doing that until I can get her, I know the issues on how to get her license back. So just in the meantime, I just wanted to
Yeah,
have some.
and I'm obviously okay granting it, you know, no problem, so.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Did you say it was a paupers?
No, it's for an occupation. They want to do it for an occupation.
Email
Okay,
that to the CC.
Brock, I think what I want to do is have her TRAS to see where we go, because I have here that she's testing positive for cocaine in January. She's failing to go do UAs. So, you know, we've already had one MHA dismissal on this case in November. So I'm going to continue to do the same thing because it just doesn't work. So, I think that's probably the best route that we should go. Just to give you a heads up.
Yes, Your Honor. And you said her bond is currently set at 10,000, Your Honor. Do you think we could go lower?
10,004, correct.
Do you think we could go lower, Your Honor, so that way she could be on bond while she's doing the TRAS, please?
Sorry.
Only because she's got younger children. I think that's the reason.
I understand, but that's something that you need to consider when you're doing all this, right? You're telling me young kids, yet she's testing positive for cocaine?
Unfortunately, Your Honor.
No? So, let me talk to Chablis real quick and then I'll have her come up and then we can talk, Brock.
Okay, no problem.
Are you ready?
Yes, Judge. I am here on Deanna Spinks. It is a fugitive matter.
Spinks?
Yes.
She's on the bond or jail docket?
Jail docket.
But she's out?
No, she's the fugitive on the jail docket.
Oh, she's back.
She's, and yes, back there, but on court
Okay.
side.
Okay.
Did she want a bond?
Yes.
I haven't talked to Dave about this one yet. I apologize.
Let's say
Let me take a look, Judge, because I actually haven't had a second look at this.
so failure to appear for a PCS with intent.
Yes, Judge. She's saying it's over 10 years old. She's saying that she doesn't have any criminal history. She has a job here. She is a senior Southern University criminal justice student. She works for DoorDash and Lyft. She is asking for an opportunity to post the bond and go handle it herself. I've explained the ramifications of if you were to give her that bond.
Your Honor, I would just want a moment to ask Dave about the criminal history.
Sure. Take it. There's no rush. Yeah, just, okay.
I have one more, Judge. You ready to talk about that one?
Same thing, you want to bond?
No, Judge. So this person was arrested on March the 1st. He is asking for his waiver to be backdated to March 1st. It was signed on yesterday.
Did he waive back March 1st?
He's saying that he wanted to, but they did not give him the proper paperwork until yesterday, March the 3rd.
Your Honor,
I can't believe that would, when we get someone and they immediately nag him as soon as we get him. I mean, what my feeling is probably a refusal and then just, I don't know. I mean, what's.
Dave can also come up to talk about it, but at this time, all I know is that his legal date is the 3rd. I don't have any other proof that he actually, as he says, saw a magistrate that early and wanted to waive that early.
What's his last name?
His last name is Martinez. He said that he saw the magistrate because he had a local case. On that date, they gave him a PR bond. He mentioned the Louisiana cases to them and they didn't bring him back. I guess they didn't magistrate him again until the 3rd.
Dave's going to be up here in 10 minutes if you would like to.
Yeah,
just wait for
let
him.
me wait for Dave because
Okay.
that's a really wonky situation. That's crazy.
Okay, Judge, if I can go to the 263rd and come back.
Very good.
Hey. So just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you on Zoom. Ma'am, you were placed on probation in this court in 2022. We've had many, many issues. Our first motion to adjudicate was filed, it appears, in November of 23. You were placed back on probation. It looks like a new motion has been filed in February for a variety of things. A warrant had been issued, and I guess now you're here with us. I just don't know how to go forward.
That's why.
Stop. Don't need you to.
Just listen,
right.
please. Don't say
Just
anything.
understand that, now it's not time to fight the case. The only thing that we're dealing with now is the motion to revoke, the underlying issues. And what I see is that you're still testing positive for illegal drugs. I don't know how to go forward, but I don't want to set you up to failure, to set you up to fail as well. So what we do is we have something that's called a TRAS, where I have you evaluated by clinicians to see what is the best way to go forward, because I just don't know. The last thing I want to do is just start pleading people guilty here, left and right, and just end up with, conviction after, no. So the idea is that you leave better than you came. It still hasn't happened. So we need to find out how that's going to happen. So I'd like to please set up our TRAS. Your bond is set now at $10,004. So I have to take you into custody because of the warrant. So I will try to get it done as quick as possible. We could probably have a TRAS done. Do you think maybe tomorrow?
She'll probably still be in processing tomorrow, but by the end of the week.
Okay, we'll try to have it done by the end of the week. They will give us guidance on how to move forward because I just don't know at this point. The only thing I'm going to tell you is please be honest, because if I get it and it says that there's no issues and it's rainbows and gumdrops, and I know it's not true, and we're going to do it right over again. Okay. Okay. So she goes with you. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bernie.
And Your Honor,
Yeah.
if possible, can we try to get the TRAS done by Thursday so she could be in court Friday? Because I'm out.
I will. I'm going to try. So the problem is, though, is that what takes a lot of the time, Brock, is the processing. Because we're taking her in now, it's nearly 11 o'clock. They'll probably still be processing her early into tomorrow. If she's still in processing, they can't get it done. Maybe in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, they can get it done. I would say probably the latest, today's what, Tuesday? Maybe the latest is Thursday to try to get it done. And then we can try to get the results by Friday.
Okay.
And that's
Put it on the
if
docket
everything
for Friday?
goes. Yeah, hopefully.
Can we put it on the docket for this Friday, Your Honor? Like I said, I'm out all next week. I don't want her to.
So because she's in processing, because she'll be processing now, she will auto-populate on tomorrow's docket.
Okay.
And we can put her on for the Friday. So I
Sounds
can't
great.
really put her on for Friday yet because she'll auto-populate for tomorrow. But tomorrow, then I will put her on for Friday.
No problem. And can you consider reducing the bond somewhat, Your Honor?
No, no. This is our third case within the last two years. You know, we've had multiple MAJs. I mean,
what a courtroom owes a community. Perhaps the most quietly powerful moment in today's docket was not a dramatic plea bargain or a stunning bond denial. It was a judge handing a homeless man a lawyer's phone number, turning to a social worker and saying, "Find him housing," and then looking that man in the eye and saying, "Come back to court and good things will happen." Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the Mental Health Parity Act, and the broader constitutional promise of equal protection under the 14th Amendment, every person who walks through those courtroom doors, housed or homeless, employed or not, mentally well or in crisis, is entitled to due process and equal treatment under the law. But today we saw something that no law mandates and no constitutional provision requires: a judge offering cell phones, tablets, food, job referrals, and housing resources to defendants who had nothing. So the question we leave you with today is this: should a misdemeanor courtroom in America be the last safety net standing between a human being and the street? And if the answer is yes, what does that tell us about every other institution that was supposed to catch them first?
Hi, good morning, Judge. How are you?
hey, good morning.
No, my video's not working too well.
That's okay.
Judge, I'm approaching on Michael Diaz. For this one, Judge, there was a felony out of the same transaction that was no billed. He is currently in ICE detention. I spoke with his wife, and they are, he is going through the appeal process right now for his political asylum claim. And they have been in touch with an immigration attorney for that. So
I just need
unfortunately,
proof that he's actually in immigration custody, you know, and then I'm happy to give you a reset.
okay, so
Do you have some kind of documentation that says when the next, you know, master hearing is?
I don't have the master hearing information, but I do have a screenshot from his wife on the facility where he's currently at. So I don't know if,
Is that recent though, or is that like today or
yes,
yesterday?
I spoke
How
with her
recent?
this morning just to confirm that he's still at the same facility.
Okay, do you mind sending it to Victoria, please?
Yes, I'll
And
email it.
then, does it say when the next hearing date is?
For his immigration, I don't have that information, Judge.
You want to do 30 days?
Okay, we can do 30 days, Judge.
And then if, the thing is that if he is able to bond out, he needs to be here next, from after release, he needs to come here so we can do bond conditions.
Mhm.
Okay?
Understood, Judge.
Just keep us in the loop, please, when you
Okay.
know that he's out, so that we
Okay.
can do that.
I will, and I'll email Victoria right now.
Okay, and then you guys just pick a date, whatever you want, like within the next 30 days.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Judge. Good
Got
seeing
it.
you. Take
You
care.
too. Take care.
Hello.
Who are we starting off with today?
What about Miss Spinks?
Okay,
She
so
seems easier.
I just ran the NCC, but I'm waiting for this back. All right, I might need a few seconds off. Putting the back history, I don't have to.
So Martinez got a PR bond 2 days ago, right?
On 3-1, is what he's saying. He had a PR bond on 3-1 and that they
So why
didn't,
does he want it backdated 2 weeks?
he doesn't, he wants it back at 3-1 instead of 3-3.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn you said like.
3-1.
Okay, so was it for the one on B1 that was dismissed, that was for this case and it wasn't for an out of county? Because I can't tell without pulling it directly, but on the initial, it says out of county. I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
I don't know either.
Okay.
He's saying that we got PR bonds for Discount.
This is on Martinez, not Spark. Spain.
From Martinez. Yeah, now I'm switching to.
So, yeah, looks like he gets booked in. He gets a PR bond of 228.
That's for the assault family member. So he got rebooked in the initial arrest, the one that you're seeing the mugshot photo for, Judge, that's the assault family member. So he was originally booked on 28, is he was given a bond, and then he was simultaneously booked on a possibly out of county or this out of state. Obviously, if it's the out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
so maybe it popped up later.
Right, so
You know what I mean?
out of county, and then when that was dismissed on the 3rd, then concurrently the out of state was filed on the 3rd. That would explain the gap. And it's true, he probably was offered one for the other case, which has no bearing on this one. And so whether he was given an opportunity, I wouldn't know for which one. Obviously, that would take a call to the PC court and or possibly other counties, which I can do. I just can't do that in real time right now. If that's what the court and council wants me to do, I can stand down, I can.
Well, I mean,
Are you
regardless.
opposed to the
I mean, if it-
31 to versus 33?
If it involves, if it's gonna require an extension from the demanding jurisdiction, then yes, I will be opposed, but I don't know when they can take them up by, because we have that every single week by a margin of 2-3 days. And if it requires an extension out, then that's gonna affect my ability
One
to.
in Louisiana.
It's Louisiana.
I know, but it's one of those, I mean, we can reapproach, just putting that in the notes that we did approach for a shortening of the 2 days.
Louisiana would need an extension.
It's Mardi Gras, I don't know how that.
Day.
I'm not saying that it won't. I've seen Louisiana ask for an extension before, and so have you, Judge.
To the week?
I don't know, that's my point, is I don't want to restrict my options is the whole point of this. Because if it turns out that I need
does
an
Mardi Gras
extension and
last?
council is opposed.
Mardi Gras is over today, Day.
I mean, sure.
Well, but I don't, so it's not a week long, like, of
It's
peace, love, and.
last week. So today is Fat Tuesday, like La Bom Tom Tom, whatever they be saying.
That's right.
La Bonge La Rose. It's
Okay,
over.
sure. 2 days, and then if we turn out reapproaching for 2 days, I'm gonna bring up this conversation that there was no complaint about whatever. Not sure. Let me look up the other one.
That's fair. Thank you, Day.
Yeah.
If you
Happy
don't
Mardi
ask.
Gras. I wish I had some beads.
I wish I had some sleep. I'm gonna have to run her separately. It's not pulling up anything.
So she said she don't have no criminal history, so I don't know if
I mean,
that-
with the exception of this, because it's a failure
Yeah.
to appear for possession of controlled substance with intent for oxycodone, so I don't like that.
But she said it's from 10 years ago. I don't know if that's true.
Why do they never put the rest of the information there? Signed 2015, so yeah, it's 10 years ago. I don't know what the amount would be for them to care. I don't know if we're talking like narco kingpin
10
levels.
years ago?
10 years ago,
He
Judge.
was born in 83.
41. Yeah, she would still be an adult. 41, she'd still be an adult. So, 31.
Are you opposed?
I don't know what the amount is. Like I said, it just says possession of oxycodone. It could be under a gram state jail felony, or it could be a first degree with intent. I have no idea. Obviously, if it's like, you know, a bowling ball full of whatever, then I'm gonna be opposed, but I don't know the amount. I'm gonna need a moment because I can only do so much in real time.
Well, take your time. I mean, there's no.
Is anybody behind me? Yep.
So the only way would you be to, you to
The
reach
small
out.
amount,
right?
10 years old, obviously I don't care about setting a bond, but it just, you know.
Yeah.
It's not there. Yeah, there's, that's not. Okay, I'm good. Well, let's see if that's possible. No, I'm gonna need a moment to call the demanding jurisdiction to get more information.
Take your time.
Okay, can I stand down? Call back.
Nothing good happens when you rush.
Call back and then figure out, hey, if it's small enough and they don't
Did you
care.
finish your thing upstairs?
Yes, Judge, but I could be working on the new one for Mr. Martinez, having him sign for 3-1.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
Hey, you ready?
Hey, Judge. State is at this point unopposed to a bond. I called 9 different places in 3 different agencies. I fail to believe that nobody could fail to pick up call the DA's office, call the judge's office, or the chambers, call the admin. The DA's office has at least 12 ADAs I can think of. I fail to believe that there isn't anybody that can pick up the phone. Call the sheriff's office, call the sheriff's office fugitive line, call the extradition line.
I mean, when I was doing my own gig, I remember calling DA's office and never getting an answer
Sure, for the small, this has enough.
emailing, never getting a response.
Yeah, all the different agencies, especially for the 24/7, the one that's supposed to confirm the warrant on, that's the one I'm most troubled by, because that's the one they're supposed to call, have someone 24/7 to verify we actually want.
So what do you think? How much though?
So because it's an FTA, I was able to find through the clerk's records on the judgment roll is that about a year after the FTA, they found a judgment against the defendant for 20,000 state moves or a $10,000 bond. Because it is an FDA, she did appear and stated that she would reappear, and then she did.
Judge, I'm asking for $1,500. She's a college student. She's Uber. From my understanding, she does not have any
Is a college student?
late bloomer, Judge. A late bloomer, Southern University, Baton Rouge. From my understanding, she does not have, but for this case, any other criminal history or contact with the.
They no other criminal
That
history?
part's true, except for the judgment.
So was she on probation or is this an open?
No, it's an
case?
open case, it was just an FTA, which is why there was a judgment roll against, or they call it a judgment roll against her for the forfeiture of the bond.
Guys, do you mind bringing up Miss Spink, please? It's Spinks, right? No one aware? Yeah. You don't mind, just real quick. Tell me, hey, how are you, man? Okay, coming up, man. How's Jen? Really? It's good? Fun?
No, it's really not, but I'm blessed to be alive.
Well, that's a good attitude to have. That really is, because it could be a lot worse. You could always be 6 feet under, right?
Right.
Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I'm really concerned. This case is very old and you've been out literally, she's been on the lam for 10 years, Dave?
Well, the warrant was on November 9, 2015 for this one, Judge. But the surrender for the judgment roll was on, well, actually, the enrollment date was February 16th, but the surrender notice to file was April 2020. So I don't know what kind of efforts they went, but the actual forfeiture date was in 2015.
Do you know, do they really want, are they going to come?
That's, like with the other ones, I can only confirm the initial teletype confirming that the warrant is valid and they do still want her.
We've tried to reach out to, I'm sorry, Mr. Kim has tried to reach out to the demanding jurisdiction to see how serious of a case is it? Are they really going to come back? But he's been unable to reach anyone. And I mean, it's only been, 30, 45 minutes. So, your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond. Because of the nature of the case, the type of case it is, and because of the age of the case, you're asking for.
Your Honor, the state's asking for $10,000 because it is a possession of controlled substance with intent for oxycodone and the fact that it's been in forfeiture status since 2015. This isn't one where it's a to-be warrant. It's one where she appeared in front of a judge, stated she would return, and then she didn't do that.
You want?
$1,500, Judge. My client has expressed to me that she is a college student. She has expressed to me that she only works for, because she's in school, Uber and DoorDash. She has expressed to me that she has an attorney that is working because she doesn't want this behind her. She can't have this when she graduates in May, if I'm not mistaken. I have explained to her the ramifications if this court was to give her the bond, that she has to that attorney either has to get her a date set there or she has to go turn herself in within the 14 days. She does not have any other criminal history or connection or contacts with police that were dismissed or otherwise, except for this one case from 2015.
The thing is that I have to set your bond sufficiently high so that you understand that we mean business. I'm not going to play this game with you again. If I set you a bond, it's only going to be one time. I won't do it again. You need to understand that there are serious consequences with the actions that you take now. I'm going to set you a bond. I'll set your bond at $5,000. And if and when you make bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in to that jurisdiction where you're wanted from. Mr. Kim, where is it?
It's in Mississippi, Harrison County.
So you have to go turn yourself in. If you fail to do that, I will revoke this bond. I'm going to set it at 0 I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. Obviously, I mean, you can't run forever, right? We're gonna get you again, and this time I will physically hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
So just knowing that, he has made the bond for $5,000, is that something that you can, or you or your family is able to post? Because if not.
5,000 cash?
It's 5,000.
Oh, no, I have a deaf baby. I'm a single parent. My husband died 3.5 years ago. I'm on a fixed income. That's why I do DoorDash, and that's why I do Uber on the side, just to help, you know.
So I said that to say that the waiver, if he sets the bond, then the waiver goes away. They don't come and get you. You don't get to have the bond and wait for them at the same time and see which one happens first. So if you're not going to be able to pay the money, then you can, the option is to leave the waiver that you have in place that you signed on, I think 2/27, and then let them see if they're going to come get you or not. But your time, you don't lose the time that you've already been in custody.
So when you buy, I'm confused, when you behind.
What did she waive?
Right off that, 227?
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days credit. We give them 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, we release you. They file a dismissal, I sign it, and then they let you go. If that happens, the warrant will always remain active. And that warrant will always remain active until you physically go back or somehow go back to Louisiana and take care of it. That said, if you want to make this bond, you have to withdraw that waiver that you have, and then you lose those 6 days. So if you withdraw it and you don't make the bond, you lose all that time, and you basically it's told until you re-waive or you make that bond.
I only say this because of the age of the case and the fact that I didn't know she had counsel in Mississippi. It's very, very rare, but I have been seeing it happen here and there, is if local counsel there can get a new setting date. Like I said, it's incredibly rare. I can count on one hand the amount of times it's happened.
What do you mean, get a new setting date?
So even if they don't appear with sufficient evidence from our sheriff's office that she's in our custody and her persons is here, and for a variety of factors, I can't speak to Mississippi because I'm not licensed there and I don't work there, is whatever sufficient factors they have to set a new date for her to self-surrender versus outside of the fugitive, they will recall the warrant. So like I said, it's incredibly, incredibly rare, but only because of the age of the warrant and the fact that she has counsel there.
But we don't know that.
Well, but I'm saying if the information for that counsel can be sent to.
I mean, I'm not going to give you a PR bond. This case is 10 years old. You've been I need you to understand that we mean business. I'm not here to play games. And so that's why we have to set it sufficiently high so that you realize that you have to have skin in the game so that we know that you're going to go back. I'll let you guys talk about it. I don't want you to make a decision here in front of everybody. So you guys talk about it. You know, I'm not stuck on the 5,000. I go back down a little bit, but it's not going to be much, you know, but.
I'll stand down. Thank you, Judge.
Sure. So, yeah. So
Yes, sir.
I'll let you guys go talk.
Okay,
I
sorry.
want you to say something here that you might invariably regret because it's in front of everyone, you know? Okay, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
I'll
Judge.
go down some, you know, but a reasonable amount.
255-1110, Your Honor.
Okay.
Shown this, sir.
Is he here?
No, Your Honor. So the reason I'm approaching is when he got the bond here in Harris County, he was transferred to ICE. We got him a bond with ICE. I filed proof of that with the motion to reinstate, which I believe is in the queue. The family has since paid that bond. It was granted on the 28th of February. And so I'm asking for a reinstatement here so that he can be released from ICE. I can have him check in within 24 hours of his release.
Yes, yeah, of course we need to do that, but let me just see, because I haven't been able to see, because it's not uploaded to deeds. So he says that he filed for that a bond was made in ICE. Yeah.
Oh, no, we wouldn't have that. It would.
So it's on the motion to reinstate. It was attached as an exhibit. I see it in the queue.
Yeah, it's Exhibit A in deeds.
Sorry, I should have mentioned the exhibits. They were
Okay.
filed separately.
I don't see anything.
Yes, I didn't attach to the order, but let me.
Sorry about that.
Keep going.
No, it's not your fault. Let me see. Let me just take a look at it. Okay, so has he made it yet?
Yeah, it's the one day now. And so basically he's still in detention because they're waiting for sheriff to come get him.
Okay, so how long do you think it'll take?
Judge, if you grant the reinstatement today, I'm guessing within 48 hours he'll be released because we usually have, we send the deportation officer.
I need
proof.
you though, Alex, who's the complaining witness in this case? Or, I'm sorry, State, who's the complaining witness?
Who's the complaining is a Berber Lopez. It is, I don't know the relation, Your Honor.
It's a neighbor from across the street, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's a neighbor.
Okay, he's not having any contact with this person, not in possession of a weapon.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Let him know immediately. So give me, what day do you want me to put it on for him to be here?
If you could give it to us, let's say Tuesday, could you, if you have space on your docket, Friday, and if he's out earlier, can I come in earlier? If not, Thursday, we should have him out by then, Your Honor. I mean,
Let's shoot for Thursday.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then if he's still in, we should be able to see it, you know?
I believe he'll be out within the next 24 hours, but sometimes they take a little bit longer, but never more than 2 days is the long reinstate.
2551110. Okay, we got you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse me.
You got it. Thanks.
Briefly, so no contact, you don't want no weapons for that.
Right. I mean, he's on probation now.
Yes, Judge.
And it's in warrant status, so did you get this? So, well, I'm making it a condition of his bond now, so just please reach out, let him know, and then we'll have him formalize it when he gets here.
Understood, Your Honor. And just for clarification, I think it was an airsoft gun that was held, but either way, we're not opposed to no weapons.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Maybe excuse Your Honor.
You got it? Thank you, Mr. Payne.
Good, Judge. How are you?
You know, living the dream.
Yes, sir. Leon, Mr. Power Hill.
Oh, okay.
May I call her up?
Yeah, please.
Ms. Hill?
Straight information offer on DWI, Judge.
DWI what?
It's straight information offer on a DWI.
Yeah. No, didn't want to do the UTI?
That was an accident.
Oh, was it not offered?
And then it was injury to somebody else for a leg or something, so.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hill, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. As part of this agreement, for you to successfully complete this, you must do a DWI education class, 3 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see if you need other conditions. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill those as well. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation of this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, interguardian interlock. Is this how you understand it?
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, this is a contract that we're entering into. You either complete it successfully. If you don't, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You must do stuff on time. The other thing you need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. The other thing is this, is if you get pulled over, I don't care if it's today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, officers will see that you have a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I would never, even if whatever you're doing, even have a sip of wine, I wouldn't get into a car. It's a huge risk. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? No. I'm gonna find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. What do you do for a living, man?
Judge, if I may, before we get to that, regarding the interlock, she does not have a car. She has not been driving. She's been operating under a no driving affidavit. I asked her today if she's gonna get a car. I think she's still scared to get behind the wheel of the car. Chief said that we can talk about that condition here today.
Okay, so you need to understand that if you're not gonna drive, then, I mean, we're not gonna put an interlock if you're not gonna drive, but you must have a portable device. You have to understand though is that we send orders to DPS in Austin so that every officer in the state knows that if you get pulled over, you're driving a car, you're supposed to have an interlock. If you don't, they're going to arrest you on the spot. So when you say that you're not going to drive, I really, really hope you're not driving, because if you do, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Listen,
You will be signing an affidavit with us today promising us you're not going to drive while you're on this probation. If you do eventually get a car and you want to, you can. I'm not going to suspend your license today. So I don't know about the ALR hearing, but if you have a license, the only restriction you have is you must have an interlock. So if you want to, you let us know, let your probation officer know, you get the interlock, and then you're free to drive. But don't drive until you get permission.
yes,
You
sir.
understand? So what do you do for a living?
I do citizen work with customer service for health insurance.
The reason I'm asking you this, ma'am, is that there is a $3,000 surcharge that is normally tacked on to DWIs. It's huge business in the state. Anytime you pick up a DWI, it costs you a lot of money. We all make mistakes, but if you continue to, well, you endanger other people's lives. It gets so much worse. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm gonna waive the $3,000 fee that normally would apply to you. You pick up another DWI though, it's a $6,000 fee. Do you understand? Not to mention a minimum of 30 days in
Yes, sir.
jail. Just don't get into a car. It's really easy. Even if you've had a sit, that's it. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you, man. Thanks,
Thank you, Your
man.
Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait, all of them, or just?
So reduce it, and then we'll kill the 3,000, and then run the court costs as well. All right. Good luck, Ms. Hill. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Oh, you got me beat, but yeah, I'm
Amazing.
fine. I'm fine. I guess you can say that. I have a plea set for tomorrow for an Oliverio Yaxcal. It's set for time served. But what happened is that I had a call from Hardin County. One of my clients over there has an MAJ for 3 felonies. The only issue is like they just let me know last minute, and they only have those type of hearings once a month. So they asked me if I can be there tomorrow, and I'm just asking Your Honor if we could just roll in for the next day.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
If you're okay, then we can finish it on Thursday. It's just I can be here tomorrow, but it won't be.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't stress.
Well, Hardin County is far away. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Love.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know.
Finally.
I know.
It's got to be a capital case here, is it? It's a capital misdemeanor?
My people are in.
That's how we get you here?
My people are in trial.
I'm just giving you a hard time. We love you, right? That's why we never see you.
I would love to be here.
It's so much easier going, isn't
I got
it?
too many problems dragging me
I know.
in 100 different places.
And the problem is like it's always gnawing at you this way, that way.
It's the life of.
So what you got?
Ours should be easy. I got Mr. Bolden. He's one of the fugitive
Okay.
dockets. He didn't make it up. I wanted to see if we could put him on Friday, just because that would be easier for me too, because we're in trial.
Yes. It does. Yes. If you want Friday, you don't want any earlier.
Yeah, I'll be here. I get nothing.
No, but you don't want earlier, like maybe Thursday.
Yeah,
or-
phone important stuff as well. So I'll do it.
He's got a lot of baggage though.
He does.
So. What's he wanted for?
Access device is counterfeit, alters, my understanding it's a fraud.
Is it fraud? Okay. So yeah, we'll put it on for Friday. And
He
then
does.
But,
How about Thursday?
We're in trial.
just don't listen to her. Just
No,
don't.
you should have right, so whatever they decide, it's whatever.
All right. Mr. Lumumba, You are charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. You've worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss one in exchange for your plea on the other one. Pleading on 089. This one is, they're all both 08. The agreement that you have is 180 days in jail, to be probated for 15 months. As part of the agreement, you will do a DWI education class. You will do 3 victim impact panels: substance abuse treatment. You will also do what's called a TRAS. The TRAS is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. They will probably, because the fact that you have 2 open DWIs, they will probably add other conditions. It may be supportive outpatient treatment. It may be intensive outpatient treatment. I don't know. It may be inpatient. I have no idea. You must fulfill whatever other conditions they assess on you. No drugs, no alcohol. A guardian interlock. 25 hours of community service. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that one of these will go on your record. The other one is going to be dismissed. But because of the fact that you have at least one of these going on your record, officers will always see this forever. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're here, whether you're in Maryland, whether you're Alaska. And if you get pulled over, an officer, first thing they do is they run your license. They're going to see DWI, DWI. If they come up to your car and they smell alcohol on you, what do you think they're going to do?
Pull me out
Not just pull you out.
and breathalyze.
And what?
Arrest me.
Probably. I don't know for sure. But chances are they're going to see DWI, DWI. If they come up to you, they smell alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car, because you're playing Russian roulette with your life. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are done with this forever. You can never change this. Do you understand? Yes. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to the agreement. I'm not going to suspend your license because you're taking the probation today. I don't know what DPS is going to do. They may suspend it, they may not. So do you know if his license is eligible now?
So Your Honor, it looks like he has a New Hampshire license, driver's license, but it does appear to be eligible out of New Hampshire.
Which one?
A New Hampshire.
Anyway, so if your license is not valid at this point, you are not allowed to drive. You need to get permission from us. You're going to be signing an affidavit with us today promising us you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes.
You said it was?
It is eligible.
It is.
Oh, it is eligible.
Yes, Your Honor, it's eligible. It's an eligible New Hampshire driver's license.
Okay, as long as you have a valid license and you have liability insurance. So you must have car insurance. If you don't have car insurance, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? The other thing that you need is that if you're going to drive in whatever car you drive, you must have an interlock in it. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
So if I find that you don't have an interlock, it goes in lockout because you failed to pay for it. I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you don't remain in compliance with this, like you don't do your stuff on time, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you're living in Maryland and I have to issue a warrant for your arrest and they pick you up in Maryland, holy moly, you're going to sit in jail for a very long time. So if you ever have any problems, you need to get in contact with Will. You need to get in contact with the Shatoria, because if not, and it goes into warrant status and you get picked up on it, you're going to be sitting for a long time. Do you understand?
Yes,
it takes forever in a day to extradite someone from another state to here. I mean, we're talking weeks. You understand? I'm not asking much. All I want my street safe. That's it. All right, how do you plead to the DWI? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm gonna find you guilty. Like I said, I'll follow the agreement. Your other case will be dismissed. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Are you working now? What are you doing with yourself?
I found about in Maine.
Okay.
And yeah.
So you're working currently.
Yeah.
Okay. It's never about the money. I could give a rat's ass about the money. I don't care about the money. I'm gonna waive all your fees. Okay? I don't care about the money. But what I care about is public safety. I'm now taking off around probably, $6,000 in fines and fees off you now, Mr. Labuma.
Sir.
But if you pick up another DWI, if I see you pick up another DWI, from now on, you're facing not only a minimum of 30 days in jail, but a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. Get a clue. It's not hard. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are done.
If you watched today's full merge docket from beginning to end, you witnessed something that most Americans never see and very few could fully appreciate: the sheer relentless grinding weight of a justice system doing far more than it was ever designed to do. We watched a judge tell a man going the wrong way down a one-way street at 2 a.m. that a $40 Uber could have changed the entire trajectory of his life. We watched a woman wanted for 10 years walk into a courtroom as a college student and a widow and learn that the Constitution has a very long memory. We watched a teenager wanted in connection with a shooting be given a lawyer before anyone decided anything, because in this country you are innocent until proven guilty, and that matters even when the facts are complicated. And we watched a commercial truck driver plead guilty to his second DWI and be told that if he ever picks up a third, he loses his CDL for life, the only thing standing between his family and poverty. And we watched a homeless man who threatened a stranger outside a hotel be offered a phone number, a lawyer, a social worker, and a promise: come back and we will help you. That is not in any law book. That is not required by the Fifth Amendment or the Eighth Amendment or any statute in the Texas Penal Code. That is one human being looking at another and refusing to give up. The founders built this system on the belief that law without mercy is tyranny and mercy without law is chaos. What today's docket showed us is that the best courtrooms in America are still trying, every single morning, one case at a time, to find the line between the two.